Can't beat walking in the early morning.
Day 3 on the coast to coast in reverse. Today's plan: finish the Moreland stage, cross the A19 without becoming a cautionary tale, and reach Danby Wisk before my legs file a formal complaint. If you want to see the full trip report, I've linked it in the comments. The climb up Charlton Bank rewarded me with a final burst of sunrise, the kind of view that makes you forget you've got a 20-mile day ahead of you.
Charlton Bank. Panoramic views. Looking south. East towards the moors. North. And west.
From the top, the descent follows concrete slabs. They were still wet from the overnight rain, so I took it slowly. I had no desire to skid down the hillside like a dropped shopping trolley.
Hills in the distance must be the Yorkshire Dales. I've got Richmond 26 miles away on the GPS, that looks about right. And then in the foreground at the bottom of the hill, you can make out the A19. In fact, it's in the middle. It's in the middle of the image. Losing a lot of height now.
After 3 days on the moors, I was ready for a change of scene. The heather had become so repetitive, I found myself longing for anything with a right angle, a gate, a style, even a disgruntled farm sign.
I've been up this route in summer, it's hard work. Down today though.
Knoll's End, the trail drops 180 metres before flattening out in the vale, then climbing again through a plantation.
It's the kind of time 3 days in when you're already aching from the exertions of the previous days, and big hills like this, fun. Final section on the Cleveland Way before heading west. Looking forward to some easy walking across the Vale of York. You can hear the road noise picking up from here. Some will continue on towards Mowbray. It's about a mile and a half from here. There's 2 pubs and I believe there's accommodation and possibly a campground.
Across Scarfwood Moor, the trail offers a moral dilemma. Take the official route or take the obvious shortcut that avoids a pointless climb. With the path dropping towards the road and many walkers heading for the pubs or accommodation in Osmotherley, the detour makes sense. Presumably Wainwright kept it because he stopped there. I stuck to the official path, not because I'm a noble, but because I didn't want to cheat myself out of the full experience. Nor did I fancy explaining to other walkers why I was suddenly ahead of them.
Just about to cross the A172. Looks like a fast road, so make sure your calves are not too tight before you make a mad dash for it. Pub ahead, bit early though. 50 miles down. It's like a mad dash for it. I don't think I can do it.
Made it across, gaining a new empathy for hedgehogs. 2 lanes each way, fast traffic, and a bag that suddenly felt heavier than my moral burden about sticking to the official route.
Just looking back east, you can see the escarpments, Yorkshire moors, the ridge walking from yesterday and this morning. More road walking, albeit quiet, pretty monotonous. Bike won't be the worst idea for this stretch. Just past another walker. Been advised Danby Wisk is the place to be. Good campsite, beautiful village. fairly easy stretch from either Mowbray if you were to camp there the night before, or even Charlton Bank.
Having crossed the Darlington North Allerton line, sadly without a station, I turned south towards Danby Wisk. The weather was improving just as I was finishing, which is the kind of timing Northern Rail can only dream of.
Danby Wisk, less than an hour ahead. I'm going to be leaving the coast to coast fairly shortly. Not doing the whole thing in one go. I always prefer to do things in stages. Fits better around family life. Final reflections before leaving the coast to coast. Really enjoyed having kind of no start and end point on this one. Just had a period of time of roughly 3 days where walked with the tent and just played it by ear. No start or end point at the start of each day. If I wanted to do 20 miles plus, I did. If I wanted to stop a bit shorter because of the weather, I did.
If you made it this far, day 4 is worth sticking around for. I hope you'll keep an eye out for it in my coast to coast playlist.